Good evening. I'm glad you're here. Tonight, we take a slow, gentle journey into the quiet places of the mind. A journey through questions of ethics, identity, purpose, and rest. You do not need to think hard. You do not need to solve anything. Just let the ideas drift softly around you, the way leaves drift across a calm pond. As you settle into your bed, feel the weight of your body sinking into the mattress. Let the blankets wrap around you. Your breath softens, your shoulders drop. This is your time now, your time to rest. Life often begins with a simple choice. Some choices feel large, others barely noticeable, yet each one guides your path in subtle ways. Imagine two railway tracks stretching into a quiet sunrise. This is the trolley dilemma, a symbol of moments when there is no perfect choice, only the best you can do with the heart you have. As the morning light slowly rises, you realize that even difficult questions can feel softer in the calm of dawn. Picture finding a wallet left behind on a bench. No one is watching, yet your heart knows what honesty feels like. You return it not for praise, but because doing the right thing quietly strengthens who you are. Sometimes the ethical question is smaller, like a gentle white lie. Do you soften the truth to protect someone's feelings? Do you phrase your words in a way that cushions the impact? Kindness and honesty weave together in delicate balance. Imagine a small village during a dry season, calmly deciding how to share limited water. Every voice is heard, every person matters. Fairness grows not out of shouting, but out of listening. And then there are moments when someone nearby needs help, and everyone hesitates. A dropped bag of groceries, a stranger who looks lost. The bystander effect can freeze us until one person steps forward and compassion quietly breaks through. One gentle action invites others to follow. You might remember a moment when you wondered whether to confront a friend who hurt you. You imagine sitting together in a quiet room, choosing your words with care, balancing honesty and loyalty like two soft wings. When spoken gently, truth can deepen trust instead of breaking it. Promises, too, carry a quiet weight. A kept promise glows like a lantern in the night, steady and warm. Commitments create invisible threads between people, holding them together through time. Imagine walking through a morning market, choosing foods not just by taste, but by your values. Eating ethically becomes a calm, thoughtful practice of considering your impact on the world, one small choice at a time. Forgiveness is another kind of ethics. It is not about approving what happened. It is about releasing the burden from your own shoulders. Letting go becomes a soft act of self-kindness. Helping a stranger, donating to charity, choosing family time instead of more work. These are small, meaningful acts that gently shape the moral landscape of your life. Even technology raises quiet questions. Do you trade privacy for convenience? Do you choose apps that respect your attention instead of fracturing it? Humane technology becomes the intention to use tools that soothe you instead of overstimulating you. Environmental responsibility lives in simple habits, refilling a water bottle, reusing a bag, sorting your waste mindfully. These small gestures are expressions of care for the wider world. Gossip may seem harmless, but words ripple outward in unseen ways. Choosing to speak with kindness instead of spreading rumors can protect someone who isn't present to defend themselves. Life is also shaped by luck and timing. Effort matters, but so do circumstances beyond our control. Recognizing this softens judgment and deepens empathy for others. And sometimes the most ethical act is to care for yourself, to say no, to protect your energy with gentle boundaries. Communities also solve dilemmas, balancing freedom and safety. Through calm discussion, towns and families decide what supports the collective good. At the end of the day, you have the right to disconnect, to step away from messages and alerts, to shut the laptop and return to the rhythm of your breath. In that quiet, your inner world comes back into focus. As we drift deeper, the questions shift from ethics to existence. Sometimes you may ask softly, "Why am I here?" Not in panic, but in wonder. Purpose rarely arrives with fireworks. Often it is found in small moments, in your presence with others, in your care, in the way your existence subtly improves someone else's day. Meaning often hides in routine. The familiar sound of your kettle, the texture of your towel, the little path you walk each morning. These repeated gestures create a soft rhythm, an anchor that steadies your life. Every choice shapes a fragment of your story, but choices do not have to be rushed. You can walk slowly and still arrive where you are meant to be. We all wonder what remains after we are gone. Often it is not accomplishments, but impressions. The kindness you offered, the warmth you brought into a room, the way someone still smiles when they remember your laughter. Nature, too, offers meaning without words. A forest teaches stillness. A river teaches flow. A mountain teaches patience. You can feel in your body that you belong to something much larger than yourself. Struggle can soften you. Challenges polish the spirit like water smooths stone, making you more compassionate and more deeply human. Life swings between freedom and structure. Too much freedom can feel overwhelming. Too much structure can feel confining. Meaning often arises from balancing both, creating gentle order while leaving space for spontaneity. The fear of missing out is the sense that somewhere else, life is richer and more exciting. Yet your life, with its particular details and textures, is uniquely yours, complete in its own way. Paths unchosen do not diminish the beauty of the one you walk. Imperfection is not a flaw. Wabi-sabi philosophy tells us that the cracks and asymmetries of life are part of its beauty. You, exactly as you are not a mistake, but a living, evolving work of art. We all feel existential loneliness at times, even when surrounded by others. That loneliness can become a doorway inward, guiding you to a deeper understanding of your inner world. Time moves like a quiet tide. Hours blending into days, days into seasons. You do not need to keep up with everything. You only need to move at the pace that feels true for you. Choosing a career is choosing where your energy and attention will flow. Meaning in work rarely appears all at once. It grows slowly, like dawn spreading across a landscape. You can grow into your path over time. Regret feels heavy because it clings to moments that can't be changed. Held gently, regret can soften into wisdom, then dissolve like fog in morning light. Uncertainty is not emptiness, it is openness. Like floating on calm water, you can allow yourself to be held without knowing exactly where the current leads. You do not need all the answers tonight. Are you your choices? In part, yes, but you are also your intentions, your kindness, your learning, your capacity to change. You are not defined by one moment. You are a tapestry woven from many. Happiness often lives in small places, warmth on your skin, a shared laugh, a quiet moment of peace. It rarely shouts, it whispers. Death quietly reminds us to treasure life. Knowing that time is finite makes each sunrise, each conversation, each ordinary day more precious. We all long not only to be seen, but to be known, to be understood in our depths. Being truly known is like sitting by a warm fire on a cold night, safe and accepted. Home is not just a building, it is where your spirit can relax, where you can exhale fully. It might be a place, a person, a memory, or a moment like this one. Rest is not an interruption of life, it is part of life. Sleep allows your body to repair and your mind to renew. By resting, you are not falling behind. You are gently returning to yourself. As you settle even deeper, the Stoics offer gentle practices for a calm mind. One of these is negative visualization, briefly imagining the absence of what you love, not to create fear, but to heighten appreciation. When you realize how precious each person and each experience is, gratitude deepens and presence becomes sweeter. The Stoics also spoke of the dichotomy of control. There are things you can influence and things you cannot. Weather, traffic, other people's choices. These lie outside your command. But your responses, your values, your perspective remain within your power. Peace grows when you focus where you have agency and release where you do not. Voluntary discomfort is another quiet practice. Choosing simplicity now and then, a plain meal, a day without conveniences, teaches you how much you already have and strengthens your resilience. Emotional regulation does not mean suppressing feelings, but witnessing them gently. You can notice anger, sadness, or worry, and let them pass through you like waves rolling across the shore without being pulled under. Before sleep, Stoics often practiced daily reflection, reviewing their day with honesty and kindness. What went well? What could be improved? What did I learn? In this way, every day becomes a quiet teacher. There is a silent strength in responding calmly rather than reacting quickly. Strength is not always loud. It often arrives in the form of a slow breath and a measured response. The weight of expectations can press heavily on your shoulders, expectations to be perfect, to always achieve, to please everyone. Releasing these pressures allows you to be human again. Insults lose their power when you refuse to carry them. You are not required to internalize every sharp word. Let them fall away like stones dropped from your hands. Minimalism in thought and space creates serenity. Removing what is unnecessary leaves more room for what matters. Mental clutter clears when you simplify your commitments and your surroundings. There is beauty in self-restraint, in saying less, pausing longer, and allowing silence to speak. In quiet discipline, you discover clarity. Gratitude, practiced nightly, is a simple Stoic ritual. You can name a few things you're grateful for today and let that gentle warmth spread through your body. Suffering, when faced intentionally, can gain purpose. It softens harshness and deepens empathy, teaching you how to care for others in their struggles. Criticism can be filtered. You are free to keep the truth that helps you grow and let the rest wash away, like rain off a roof. Fate reminds you that some events unfold beyond your design. Accepting this does not mean giving up, but relaxing into the flow of things you cannot control. Desire is constant, but you do not have to follow every urge. Moderation brings freedom. When you are content with enough, you're no longer chased by craving. Patience is trust in slow growth. A tree does not rush its branches. A river does not rush its course. You, too, can move through life at a gentle pace. Enduring unfairness with dignity builds inner resilience. You rise above what is unjust without becoming hardened by it. Delaying anger, taking a breath before reacting, creates space for wisdom. In that pause, you reclaim your power. Simplicity is a form of power. Choosing the essential and letting go of the rest quiets the mind. Stoics prepared for tomorrow, not with worry, but with gentle planning, deciding on small, meaningful steps, then releasing the rest to the night. Eastern traditions offer their own soft pathways to calm. The middle way speaks of balance between extremes, neither clinging nor rejecting, neither indulging nor denying. Harmony lives in the center. Wu Wei is a fortless action, moving with the current instead of against it, acting in alignment with the flow of life rather than forcing outcomes. Beginner's mind invites you to see the world afresh, without assumptions, as if everything were new and worthy of curiosity. Detachment from outcomes means doing your best and then letting go. You offer your effort and then you release the result. Peace grows in that release. The illusion of control fades when you recognize how much is beyond your command. This realization can be frightening, but it can also be relieving, freeing you from carrying the entire world on your shoulders. Karma can be seen as cause and effect. Every action plants a seed. Gentle actions tend to grow into gentle outcomes over time. Desires whisper constantly, asking for more comfort, more stimulation, more everything. You can simply observe these whispers without obeying them, letting them pass through like breezes. Emptiness, or shunyata, suggests that all things are open, interdependent, and changing. Nothing is solid and fixed, and that fluidity allows for growth and transformation. In the Zen tea ceremony, each movement is slow and precise. Pouring water, lifting the cup, taking a sip, everything is done with full attention. Ordinary acts become sacred in their stillness. A Taoist story tells of a farmer whose fortunes change from good to bad and back again, while he simply says, "Maybe." Fortune changes quietly. Events are not always what they first appear to be. Mindfulness of breath brings you back to now. Inhale softly, exhale fully, and notice that this moment is enough. Compassion, or metta, allows you to send kindness outward, to loved ones, strangers, and to yourself. Loving kindness softens the mind. Releasing the ego means letting go of the constant need to defend, to be right, to stand apart. You remember that you are part of a larger whole. Impermanence teaches that everything passes, both joy and sorrow. This truth can bring you sadness, but also a deep, quiet freedom. The Four Noble Truths gently acknowledge that life contains suffering, that suffering has causes, that relief is possible, and that a path exists toward that relief. Zen garden thoughts are like carefully raked sand, smooth and simple, with stones like steady anchors of presence. Not every part of the mind must be filled. Detaching from conflict means allowing some storms to pass without stepping into them. You can let arguments swirl by while you remain with your own calm. Harmony with nature is living with the seasons, honoring times of growth, abundance, release, and rest within yourself as much as outside. Observing thoughts like clouds drifting through the mind lets you see that you are not your thoughts. You are the sky in which they move. Following the path is trusting that your journey, with all its turns and pauses, is unfolding as it needs to. You walk it step by gentle step. In modern life, quiet dilemmas also arise. Should you quit your job, choosing purpose over security, or stay, choosing stability over change? Both desires hold truth. Buying a home raises questions of ownership versus freedom. Owning can root you. Mobility can expand you. There is no single correct answer. Choosing whether to have children is another profound fork in the road. One path leads to nurturing and guiding new lives. The other to a different kind of depth and independence. Both can be meaningful. Both can be loving. Technology addiction asks you to reclaim your attention. Stepping away from screens and into your breath, your body, and your senses restores you to yourself. High ethics reminds us that as machines become more capable, human judgment, empathy, and responsibility become more essential. The heart must guide the code. Climate anxiety shows your care for the planet, yet worry alone cannot heal it. Small, consistent actions can, taken one day at a time. Moving to a new city can feel like shedding an old skin and discovering who you might be in a new environment. Change can reveal parts of you that were waiting for space. Work-life balance is a modern challenge, a constant recalibration between giving your energy and renewing it. Tonight, you choose rest. Work can wait until tomorrow. Social media comparison shows you polished fragments of others' lives, but rarely the full truth. Your quiet, unposted moments carry their own deep value. Career burnout is a message from your inner self, a signal that something needs to change, that you need space to reconnect with what matters. The paradox of choice is that more options can create more confusion. Simplifying decisions, choosing what aligns with your values, can bring relief. Loneliness in crowded places reminds you that true connection is not about proximity, but about presence. Being fully with yourself is the first step to being fully with others. Sustainable living grows from small habits, tiny acts of care that add up over time. You're not required to fix everything alone. Minimalism versus consumerism asks, how much is enough? Enough can be a powerful boundary, protecting your peace from endless wanting. Political polarization makes it easy to forget that behind every opinion is a human story. Listening with curiosity instead of hostility can restore some of that humanity. Cancel culture reveals our hunger for justice, but justice without compassion can become harsh. People need room to learn and grow. The price of ambition is often exhaustion. Ambition can lift you, but without rest, it can also hollow you. You are allowed to pause. The ethics of wealth ask how resources can be used to uplift, support, and contribute. Generosity expands the heart far more than accumulation alone. Self-identity in a changing world is an ongoing question. Who am I becoming? You are not a finished product. You are a living, unfolding process. The philosophy of letting go invites you to release what no longer fits, whether objects, stories, roles, or relationships. Letting go frees your hands to receive what is next. As you lie here, you may notice something simple and profound. You are aware. This awareness, this sense of being present, is what we often call consciousness. No one fully understands what it is. It is the gentle mystery of being the one who experiences sights, sounds, and thoughts. You have changed so much over the years, and yet you still feel like yourself. Philosophers call this the puzzle of personal identity. Are you the same person you were as a child? Your memories, your body, your priorities have shifted, but something in you feels continuous. Imagine an old ship that has its planks replaced one by one until none of the original pieces remain. Is it still the same ship? This is known as the ship of Theseus. You can think of your own life this way, parts slowly changing while a sense of you quietly remains. We never really see inside another person's mind. You see their expressions, hear their voice, but their inner world is forever their own. This is the problem of other minds, how we trust that other people feel like we do, even though we can't step inside their experience. Some wonder whether you truly could have done otherwise in any moment, or whether everything is gently influenced by what came before. This question of free will versus determination asks, are your choices fully yours, or are they flowing from a vast chain of causes? As you sense your breathing and your heartbeat, you are noticing a very old puzzle, how a physical body and an invisible mind could belong together. Thoughts, images, and feelings seem so different from muscles and cells, yet here they are, joined in a single life. Then there are your private feelings, the taste of your favorite food, the way your favorite song feels in your chest, the tone of the light in this very room. These intimate qualities are sometimes called qualia, the what it is like of experience, known only to you from the inside. Dreams complicate things further. Sometimes, while dreaming, you are convinced that what you see is real. Only when you wake do you realize it was imagined. This raises a quiet question. How do you know, right now, that you are awake and not dreaming? There is also the inner voice, the familiar stream of words in your mind. Some people think mostly in sentences, others more in images or feelings. Noticing how your thoughts arise, spoken, visual, or silent, is a gentle way of meeting yourself. And beyond human minds, you might picture a cat resting by a window or a bird circling in the sky. What is it like to be them? Their experience is probably simpler, more rooted in the present, but it is still a kind of awareness sharing this world with you. Philosophy also asks what it means to truly know something. When you say you know where your keys are, or you know your own name, what gives that confidence? Some say knowledge needs truth, good reasons, and a sense that you are not just accidentally correct. Skepticism gently taps you on the shoulders and asks, how sure can you really be about anything? You rely on your senses, your memory, and what others tell you. Each can be mistaken, yet somehow life still works, even without perfect certainty. Most of what you take as fact about the world does not come from direct experience, but from testimony. You believe the weather forecast, a doctor's advice, or a news report because you trust the people and systems behind them. Your mind is quietly stitched together with information borrowed from others. Your memory fills in much of your past, but memory can be blurry or change over time. Two people may remember the same event differently, and each feels sure of their version. You gently realize that remembering is not the same as replaying a perfect recording. Your senses are remarkable, but not flawless. A shape in the dark might look like a person until you turn on the light and see a coat on a chair. Illusions remind you that perception is constructed and that your brain is always making its best guess about what is out there. In the digital age, it is easy to fall into echo chambers, spaces where you mostly hear people who already agree with you. It feels comfortable, but it can narrow your view, making the world seem simpler than it really is. Because you cannot verify everything yourself, you often rely on experts. You may trust engineers about bridges, scientists about medicine, and pilots about flight paths. This trust is practical and necessary, yet it also means your knowledge rests partly on faith in others' care and competence. Surrounded by headlines and notifications, you also face misinformation. Not every bold statement is true, and not every confident speaker is wise. Quietly, you learn to sort signal from noise, to be cautious without becoming paralyzed. Ultimately, philosophy of knowledge does not demand absolute certainty. It encourages a blend of confidence and humility, a willingness to act on what seems well supported, and a gentle readiness to revise your view if new evidence appears. There is also a difference between having information and truly understanding. You can memorize facts about a subject without seeing how they fit together. Understanding is like watching a puzzle click into place, bringing a calm sense of, now it makes sense. Moving deeper, philosophy asks what reality itself is like. Time, for example, feels like a stream you move along, from past to present to future. Yet some theories suggest all moments exist together, like pages in a book. You read them one by one, but the whole story is already there. You might think about other possible lives you could have lived if you had moved to a different city, taken another job, or made a different choice. Philosophers sometimes speak of possible worlds, ways things might have been, quietly running alongside the way things are. We also wonder about causation, how one event leads to another. A conversation leads to a decision leads to a new chapter. You can trace back a long chain of influences that brought you to this exact moment, resting here now. The world is full of structure. Gravity pulls things down, fire is hot, seasons arrive and leave. These patterns are sometimes called laws of nature, regularities that make the universe feel stable and predictable. Without them, planning and science would not be possible. Then there's the question of what counts as a thing. Is a puddle a single object or just water spread out? Are you one thing or many parts working together? The boundaries between objects can be fuzzier than we usually notice. When you look at a red mug, you see both a particular object and a general quality. its redness. Philosophers distinguish between individual items and the shared properties they seem to exhibit, things like roundness, softness, or color. Some ask whether the world exists in a completely mind-independent way, or whether our concepts and language play a role in shaping how we experience it. You never encounter reality without also bringing your own categories and expectations to it. Emergence is another intriguing idea, when many simple parts together create something new and complex. An ant alone is simple. An ant colony is intricate and astonishing. Neurons are small and silent. A mind arising from them can dream and love and imagine. There is even the question of nothingness. Could there ever have been absolutely nothing at all? No space, no time, no anything? Or is nothing just a word we use without a real possibility behind it? And then there is infinity, the idea of something that has no end. Numbers keep going. Space may stretch beyond any border. Trying to picture infinity makes the mind stretch and relax at the same time, like gazing at a sky with no edges. Another branch of philosophy contemplates beauty. Why is a sunset stirring or a piece of music moving? Beauty is not only about appearance, it is about the way something resonates with your emotions and your sense of harmony. Art raises its own questions. When does something become art? Is a quick sketch on a napkin art? What about a digital collage or a street mural? The line between everyday objects and artistic creations is not always sharp. Sometimes you feel something beyond beauty, a sense of the sublime. Standing before mountains or staring into a starry sky, you may feel small and yet strangely expanded, as if you are part of something vast. People also talk about taste. Some things feel subtle and rich. Others feel flat or overly sentimental. Disagreements about taste remind us that aesthetic experience is shaped by culture, habit, and personal history. Yet beauty isn't only in grand scenes. Everyday aesthetics finds it in a neatly arranged shelf, the way light falls through curtains or the sound of rain on a rooftop. Ordinary life is full of small, quiet pleasures. We often value authenticity in art. A work that feels sincere or heartfelt touches us differently than one that feels purely calculated. We intuit the difference, even if we can't define it fully. Art and emotion are deeply linked. You may cry during a sad film, yet come away grateful for the experience. You might listen to a melancholic song and feel comforted instead of depressed. Art lets you safely explore feelings that might be overwhelming in everyday life. Sometimes you turn to art to forget your worries, to escape. Other times, you seek works that mirror your own struggles, helping you understand them. Art can be a window out or a mirror in, both routes leading towards some form of healing. Philosophy also looks at how we think and speak. Logical fallacies are patterns of reasoning that sound persuasive but hide mistakes. Noticing them in yourself and in others is like cleaning a lens so you see more clearly. Paradoxes are like playful knots in logic. A sentence such as, "This statement is false," loops back on itself and refuses to settle. Rather than solving it, you can simply appreciate the strange amusement it brings. Some concepts are vague, with no sharp boundary. When does a few become many? When does a pile of sand become a heap? Vagueness is part of everyday language, and instead of being a flaw, it can make speech flexible and gentle. The philosophy of language asks how words connect to the world. How does the word tree apply to countless different trees, yet also to the specific one you might be picturing right now? We often use metaphors, saying one thing to mean another. Calling someone a rock or a ray of sunshine layers emotional meaning onto a literal description, quietly shaping how we feel and think about them. Some have wondered whether a truly private language is possible, words that only one person could understand, with no shared rules. The idea raises questions about whether meaning depends on community and shared practices. Your inner life shows up in your thought patterns. Some people think in clear verbal sentences. Others think more in images, sounds, or impressions. Noticing your own mental style can be a calm way of getting to know your mind. Philosophy also turns outward, towards society and our lives together. Justice and fairness begin in small places, splitting a bill, taking turns, waiting in line. These everyday situations reflect deeper ideas about what we owe one another. Questions of authority ask why any rule deserves obedience. What makes a law legitimate? Is it the process that created it, the consent of the governed, or the fairness of its outcomes? Sometimes people choose to break rules on purpose, but peacefully, to protest what they see as injustice. This is civil disobedience, the choice to say no in a way that draws attention to unfairness without resorting to violence. We long not only for basic rights, but for recognition. To be treated not just as a number or a label, but as a full person with a story. Being recognized means having your dignity affirmed and your identity respected. Finally, philosophers imagine better and worse worlds through utopias and dystopias. These imagined societies help us see what we value in our own: freedom, community, security, opportunity. By picturing how things might be different, we better understand what matters here and now. Your journey tonight has crossed ethics, existence, Stoicism, Taoism, Buddhism, and the dilemmas of modern life. You have walked through many gentle questions, and now there is nothing left to do. Let your mind soften, let your breath deepen, let your body sink fully into the bed beneath you. You have done enough. You are enough. You are safe. You are held. Allow yourself to drift now into peaceful, effortless sleep. Good night. May your dreams be gentle, your rest be deep, and may you wake with a heart at ease.